say I'm in Bahrain, right, and they have like local folklore about a particular kind of apparition or jinn, they call them
Hmm.
sometimes, or ghosts in particular areas. And there's this very famous one which you hear about in Bahrain, which is there's a certain part of the desert where you should not be walking alone or as a group, because people all have this one experience, and I experienced this indirectly, okay, which
Okay.
is we were on our way to the desert for an overnight camping experience, right? And this is part of like a Christian group, so we took two two minivans, right?
David, sorry to interrupt. Can you
Sure, sure.
please be a bit louder?
Oh, sorry. Is the volume low?
Yeah, I guess
One
so.
second.
Guys, Monica here. I'm so sorry. I need to leave. I will join back after a while. Okay.
Yeah, sure,
Sure,
Monica.
sure.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Is that any better?
Yes, yeah. Please
Yeah,
go.
lot better.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. So, okay, so I'm about like, 13, 14 at this age, right? And we're all on the way to this particular part of the desert called Sakhir. Um, and there are two vans. And the van in the front, the back part of the van didn't have any seats. So it just was carrying like whatever, provisions, water. And it had two friends that didn't fit in the van that had seats sitting in the back. And all of the sudden, the van in the front like starts driving sideways, sort of like just like somebody's trying to grab hold of the wheel, right, and the car is going sideways, and I'm sitting in the van right behind this watching this happen. We all come to a stop, and uh, and suddenly the back doors of the van like fly open and both those guys jump out. And these guys are not the kind that sort of like flip out at anything ghost related. They don't believe in spirits, no nothing. But Reynold, my friend, and he's much older to me, um, jumps out of the van and says there was a man sitting in the van with them. His face was covered, his hands were bandaged, and he was bleeding. And Melvin, the guy sitting right next to him, saw the same thing. But as soon as they opened the door, they didn't see him anymore. And the reason the van started moving sideways is because when they saw the guy sitting in the back with them, the same apparition was sitting in the front seat with the driver and scared the hell out of the driver. He basically told the driver, "You shouldn't be here." And that's the reason why there was this like multiple erratic sort of scenario. And I'm sitting in the van at the back, with the youth pastor and the rest of us, and we all get down, and these guys are visibly shaken. So, you know, I I always looked at that, and it was quite interesting because when we spoke to some of the Arabs um, that lived in the area, he is a known sort of apparition that's been going on since before the British colonial times. So